the powers don't really lie with the Congress government, and it is not us saying, it is in fact the admission that has come from Deputy Chief Minister himself, the man in charge of Bengaluru development, DK Shivakumar. Amid anger over rising pothole menace, crumbling infrastructure and garbage crisis, Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, DK Shivakumar, has admitted that the government has tried everything possible, but a solution is not in the government's hands because the garbage mafia is stalling a solution. Yes, the Deputy Chief Minister seems to be saying that the garbage mafia in Bengaluru is more powerful than the government. Listen in to believe it. Remember, viewers, the Congress government has thrown its hands in the air on multiple occasions when asked about its responsibilities. When residents and prominent Bengalurians had been complaining about the pothole menace, the Deputy Chief Minister had branded them political potholes, alleging that people were speaking up due to their political allegiance and not due to real problems that are there. Even when a CEO complained of massive traffic on Bengaluru's roads, the government dismissed it, with DK Shivakumar at that time even saying CEOs can't blackmail the government. Now, yet again, the government expressing its inability to help in the garbage crisis, claiming it is the garbage mafia that is stopping the government, has clearly shocked everyone. Listen in to this reaction from Mohandas Pai.
Shocked. I'm very shocked that the Deputy Chief Minister did it for many reasons. One, the Deputy Chief Minister is a very strong person in my view. When he came to power, I said we welcome him to be the Minister for Bangalore because he's a very strong minister. He'll be able to enforce his will. He'll be able to do many things for Bangalore, and it's been very disappointing that he's not been able to do it so far. If DK Shivakumar can be helpless against the garbage mafia, who in this state can do anything? That means they sold the state to the mafia. If the sale sold to the mafia, if the state run by a mafia, our Chief Minister is a strong man. He's a mass leader. He's been in politics for 65 years.
Yeah. Let's now go across to my colleague Neha Hebale, who is joining us live right now for more on this. Neha, good afternoon. You know, just a couple of days ago, when this entire pothole menace started making headlines from Bengaluru, we got a deadline from the government that by 31st of October, perhaps, you know, we'll see everything absolutely spick and span and things will get better on the roads of Bengaluru, etc. As we are moving closer to the deadline, now we have another alibi coming from the Deputy Chief Minister there. Now he's saying there's some kind of garbage mafia that exists. I mean, what's really happening? Is the government, not willing to fix the issues? Is there the political intent to fix issues or not?
Well, understandably, of course, the big question here that arises when, the second most important head of the state here says that there's a garbage mafia, that the government, despite trying to move heaven and earth, hasn't been able to resolve this mafia, raising questions now by active, prominent citizens about why at all, this has come up in the first place and why is it that the government is washing its hands off. Well, of course, we spoke to another cabinet colleague of the Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Priyank Kharge there, who says that, this is indeed the mess that's been left behind by the legacy of the BJP, indulging, of course, in politics over here, but rather unfortunate that you have the government, of course, one, saying that there's a mafia, that we would not be able to, of course, solve it despite trying to move heaven and earth, and two, pinning the blame back on citizens over here, saying that citizens don't have civic sense, and which is why, this is of course happening. 30%, he's in fact put a number to it there, saying 30% of citizens in Bengaluru are the ones indulging in dirtying the city, and that's lack of civic sense. Of course, at the end of the day, this isn't something that's being, taken very well by prominent, vocal voices over here who do, of course, care about the city, much like the localites over here in the city.
No, but, on one hand, citizens are being blamed. On the other hand, government is now trying to suggest that there's a garbage mafia and hence the government, government's hands are tied, can't really do much. We'll have to wait and see what happens next in this case and the reaction perhaps that we get from the Chief Minister now on what the Deputy Chief Minister has said. For now, Neha, thank you for your inputs on this story.